Telling you, bro.
Hey.
Keeping them in the vault, man. You got to.
Hey, that's hard. You got to release this one.
Hey, it's out.
Oh,
Shit,
yeah,
it's been out
facts.
a couple of times. Hey. It's still new, but you know the deal, man.
Man, y'all know what the fuck going on, man. We live with another episode, Step Into the Motherfucking Mic podcast, man. And I'm in here with a well-known singing artist, man. He sing and he rap. You know what I'm saying? He do a lot of that shit. But won't you tell them who you are and what you do?
Yo, what's going on, man? Shaq Stylez, man. You know, you heard a little bit the I Ain't Done crew right now. Just real independent with a lot of things, man. Just trying to revamp everything back together and just put it all together, man.
Yes, sir. And that was a classic right there, man. Like, what was the thought process behind that one right there? That's a real vibe for the ladies.
Honestly, man, I always try to keep things as timeless as possible. I'm my biggest critic, man.
Oh, like, yeah.
It'll take me a long time sometimes, but at the same time, I really just want to make sure, like, if it don't sound right to me, like, I'm gonna try to fine tune anything I can.
Anything, yeah. Did you mix that yourself?
No. Actually, if you heard the tag in there, man, my man T-Lace, shout out to T-Lace, man.
Shout out
T-Lace.
T-Lace.
Up with that, man. Real good producer, super producer out of Minnesota. So big ups to him on that. And shit, it was just a vibe, man.
Oh yeah.
Went to the studio and just got it done.
So how long you been doing music for?
Been a few years now, man. We hitting about 4 or 5 years now, just on the fine tune of things and just making sure, like, just perfecting the craft as much as possible.
For sure. What do you? So, like, other than singing, you rap too as well?
For sure. Yeah, good melodies. Like the Ace Boogie type.
Right.
Who
would you compare your flow to? Like any industry artist, who you compare it to?
Man, the styles is in the name, man. I try to keep it. I try to vary. I try to vary with everything. Honestly, I'm not gonna lie to you.
That's dope, man. You definitely got it. You got the voice, man. I feel like you need to be, you pushing that shit a little bit more. I feel like they don't push singing enough to where it needs to be where it's at right now. You know what I mean? Like, especially men singing how it used to be,
Right.
And your shit a different vibe, though. Like, I can hear your shit up there with, like, Mario, Chris Brown, you know what I'm saying? All them type of shit, you know what I mean?
Sure.
And that's definitely a vibe to play in the club over and over. So
I just gotta find the right. You gotta find the right tune, man. Everybody trying to turn up and just get drunk and just lit all day, every day, man. There's no real substance no more.
And sometimes you need that time to just let me listen to this real solid singing melody so I can harmonize with my girl and relax, you know what I mean? There's too many thug girls out there. They need to start singing again. You feel what I'm saying?
Sexy Red and took over the game, man.
What's your thought process behind that, bro? Like, what you think about how the game going right now with more rappers instead of singers?
Man, I mean, singing's back for the most part, but it take the right crew and the right man, the right team to make sure that you actually flourish how you need to. A lot of things kind of just went left, man.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
agree with you. I believe that singing is back, but I think singing now is more sexualized now. I don't think it's more like emotional ties.
Definitely.
It's more just still, girl, I want to fuck you deep in the hole. And
no, but that's kind of
real
how
shit
it
though.
is,
Like,
man.
But like I said, because when I just heard your shit, it wasn't more like that. It was more like, it was a vibe. Like, I can really ride and hold my girl hand type shit with that type of music. You know what I mean?
Cool
that's the vibe that I'm looking for. You know what I mean? Like, that's what I feel like they need to bring back. And I think what you doing there, bro, you gonna set the wave for a lot of these singers.
I'm trying to make sure the vibe is right, man.
For sure.
Trying to push it right, man. I look up to a couple guys though, man. Like,
who's somebody name a few?
Man, I'm big on Tory. Obviously, I'm a big '90s baby, so everybody from the '90s baby.
Oh,
man.
yeah.
I'm. It's crazy. My middle name. I'm actually named after Devontae Sings.
Oh wow.
You know what I'm saying?
That's crazy.
So there's a lot of little bit of intricacies that went in there. My pops is actually a part of a singing group as well too. My whole family is the singers, man. Like every there's not a person in my family that can't sing. So it's just just trying to make sure that we just put it all together, man.
So like, how did you know you had the singing talent? You know what I mean, to be able to harmonize like that.
Oh man, hey, I'm not gonna lie. You know how everybody used to grow up and they always be like, "Oh man, I'm just trying to spit a little game." I never spit game, man. My biggest thing, honestly, was as any girl I was talking to, what's your favorite song? She'd be like, "What you mean?" Like, shit, you like Chris Brown, Trey Songz,
right.
Who you like?
Right, who you like?
And just busted out like that. Oh my god! So I did definitely have that kind of affirmation from a lot of them, but it's like I didn't push it at that time. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
It was around the time where Snapchat and all that was brand new, wasn't even around at the time. 13, 14, and you seeing Chris Brown hitting the run it with Jewels. I'm damn, how you get to that spot?
As a kid, did your mom ever try to like make you like do any type of Temptations type of songs?
Oh man, it wasn't my mom, man.
Like,
it
look,
was my
I'm gonna tell you a story. Like back then, me and my cousin and like all our aunties, my moms and everybody, they used to dress us up in whole suits, just like the Temptation. I used to be David Ruffin. Like as a kid, I used to have fun with that shit, but I couldn't sing for shit. So when I used to hit those notes, I used to just try to dance the most. I was, you know what I mean? I was not a singer. I'm a dancer.
You hit the show. You feel me?
But what was that like for you when your family did that for you?
Oh my God, man, it was tough, man. We couldn't watch the Temptations without everybody getting in the line, man. My posse step up, my aunt step up, my cousin, then I got my little brother, man, and they
right.
You know what I'm saying, man? But the biggest thing growing up was the R. Kelly and the Usher phase, the same girl phase, man.
Oh wow,
me and my cousin, man, it wasn't a cookout. My pops didn't make us sing that song, man.
Yeah,
he's like, hey, these my tickets out here, right?
Like,
here,
I need my son to come sing this real quick.
Every time.
Is that? Do you feel like that was more embarrassing for you, or it helped you grow so you can be able to perform in front of people?
Oh, always helped me grow. Always helped me grow. Because, it took the nerve. Every time, if somebody says they not nervous doing something, they lying.
Right,
you know what I'm saying? You going to feel them butterflies a little bit. You got to test them, you know what I'm saying, to get the
before
crowd going.
I can train and get ready to spar. I just got a little butterflies going. Like, I don't know if he might catch me today. You know what I mean?
Real.
Like,
you know what I mean? Because, I studied a few, just like fighting things and whatnot. But, yeah, bro, you just don't know what can happen. You know what I'm saying? So you gotta set yourself up mentally and just be aware of that, because anything can happen.
Real shit. So, no, that real shit though. Like, what's your opinion on people staying fit and staying healthy? You think people really give a fuck about staying fit, or you think motherfuckers need to get in shape? You know what I mean?
They need to, man. It's more mental than it is physical. Right. Honestly, whenever even just with like black men in general, man, we need more like trailblazers on making sure that we actually sticking together. We doing what we need to do. Mental health is huge. You know what I mean? So when you not getting them endorphins out, it's eats you up. You know what I'm saying? You can lead to any type of health problems, high blood pressure, depression. So
what's one way you deal with your mental health and staying sane? You know what I mean?
Man, honestly, just being open, making sure that I'm being as physical as possible, active as possible. Not necessarily always going out to clubs and things like that, but just taking little walks, hooping. You know what I'm saying? Writing whenever you can. Just anything that kind of gets you in your mode. Like, I'm actually an artist too, so I draw from time to time.
Right, so. And we rap too, so anything to get you. You got to have a hobby or something like that for sure.
Exactly.
For sure. Other than the club, you know what I mean? And speaking on the club thing, like do you think at this point in time in history that the club scene is starting to get played out? You know what I mean? Like, do you think? Because I feel like in my mind that it's getting played out only because it's become a natural thing to talk about on a consistent basis. You know what I mean?
It's the easiest thing for people, man. You know what I mean? Other than trying to be around the scene, honestly, I can't necessarily. It's played out for us. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Just because
we done
it.
For sure.
Exactly. Because we done it, but I can't say that it's one of them things that it's never gonna go nowhere.
Right.
You know what I mean? So it's just more so just finding your ground, just staying focused on whatever you got to do. But you still need it. There's still a network there. You know what I mean? But definitely it's not like it shouldn't be like, oh yeah, man, every weekend, every week. Right. Shit. I know people that's going to the club 3-4 times a week.
Right. So if you could choose, would you rather throw a house party or go to the club?
Ooh, that's tough. That's tough, man. I come from the South Side, so it's tough on a lot of those house party vibes, man. So I didn't been around situations where they didn't shot up the church. Oh shit! You feel me? So it's tough, man. So I probably would just you got more space in the club. You ain't got to worry.
Sometimes there's more space. Sometimes
I ain't gonna lie, man, because we just turn Union up crazy.
And I know motherfuckers being tantrum like crazy. So you know what I mean? Tantrum is always busting.
We did a lot of promotion on that too. I ain't even mess with Go Room yet.
I heard it be busting though. You know what I mean? I'm not a big club person like I used to be for sure, because I used to perform every fucking where. But I'm definitely slowly creeping back into the music scene as well.
Because but we lost a lot of big names for us though, man. With Cream and Privé and all a lot of those, man. That's a lot of tragic shit happened in those joints. Though, you know what I mean? So
the security ain't on point, and I guess just people don't come there to have a good time no more. You know what I mean?
The security got a big hand in all of that too, though, man. They let a lot of stuff slide.
Oh,
man. That's where that came
Remember
from.
when people were too connected? You get what I'm saying? Shit happens. You know what I'm saying? So you got to be careful. Like that's why I asked about the house party thing. Like, which one would you rather throw? You know what I mean? So like me, I would throw a house party only because I know I got shit in there for me, you know.
Ones,
but and then also too, I'm not inviting anybody who don't need to be here. You get what I'm saying? So you gonna be coming to have fun. You know what I'm saying? At least I ain't around a bunch of nobodies who I don't know is in attendance. You get what I'm saying? That was my whole thing.
There's definitely a few of them that be trying to creep in though, man.
No, for sure. Like, so like, what's your thoughts on, you know what I mean, like just women in general who feel like they need to lead in a relationship? You know, what's your thoughts on that?
Man. It depends on the woman. I mean, there's submission in any way you go. You know what I'm saying? But if your man is making a vision, if he's really holding it down, if he's there for you, he's letting you know, like, hey, this the time frame. This is what I got. I'm gonna need your back during this time. That's her time to lead. That's her time to step up. Yeah. But if she's just kind of just like taking it for granted, like, oh man, this nigga giving me more false hopes, more selling me more dreams, then you know it's not gonna go nowhere. You know, so if you don't have that security, if she's not really down to really just try to make it work, it's not gonna go. So nowhere,
basically, what you're saying is that certain times a woman can lead the relationship with a man in there.
For sure, especially if she already got like. Because a lot of women did their thing back in the day. They already went to school. They know what they in. They know what career field they already in. So if you do find you a woman that is like foundationally set, then yeah, for sure. You know what I'm saying? Especially if she's willing to actually help you get to where you need to be. But if you don't have that mind frame for yourself, then it's going to be tough.
Tough. What's your thoughts on, like, you know, with, say for instance, a woman making more money than a man, and like, do you feel like it's easier to keep a woman that's making more money than you, or it's going to be more difficult to maintain that relationship?
If that was a question about 15 years ago, it'd be a solid deal. But nowadays there's too many options. You know what I'm saying? Social media killed everything.
Oh yeah, social media made it seem like, oh yeah, because once a woman get money, she basically don't want that man anymore. You know what I'm saying? And if a man got money, he gonna basically be there for any other woman that's just showing love to him genuinely. It ain't got nothing to do with money. When a woman get money, it's a different way than from a man get money. It's basically what it is.
Facts.
You know what I mean?
But the support system around women is incredible though, man. Women definitely hold each other down. You know,
but for the wrong reasons sometimes. The reasons be wrong. The reasons be always the man ain't this, belittling the man and all this. But they got to understand, they the ones picking them. They the ones opening their legs. Nobody told you to do it. Ain't nobody tell you to open your legs for Tyrone, Jacob, and John. You did that on your own. You know what I'm saying? So you got to figure that out. You know what I mean? I just feel like same thing go for men too. Nobody told you to go fuck Sarah. You know what I'm saying? You know, whatever else next after that. Nobody told you to do that. And
that's the problem, man. When they do fuck up, man be messing it up on their own because they be messing with the neighborhood. You know what I'm saying?
Everybody has a bad way of holding accountability, and that right there alone, just thing. With humans, is the biggest thing of just holding accountability. We know, me as a human, I know she fuck up, I fuck up, so I'm gonna hold us both to that accountability. But I'm holding myself to that standard because I got to live by myself every day, regardless. I got to do what I got to do, regardless, whether if I'm with somebody or not. Exactly. So you got to hold yourself to that higher standard before you hold somebody else to that anyway. You know what I mean?
And I mean, and that's the biggest thing too. Even with self improvement, man. If you're not really there to improve yourself, it doesn't matter the relationship. You know what I'm saying? Facts. Because I didn't see the bummiest ones then come up. You know
for sure. I was a bum at one point and homeless. You know what I mean? So I know what it's like. And me and my wife, we stuck that shit out, and we where we at today. You know what I mean?
And that's the thing. There's not a lot of women that will.
You know what I'm saying? And that's why
they'll look at you with the and that's big, man. Shit, I'm waiting. I'm still waiting. You know what I'm saying? Like right now, I'm single father myself.
That's a crazy thing to me to see in the black community, and just with most men. Period. Not even just in the black community, that a lot of men, they're not married to their significant other, or the woman that they with becomes problems. You know what I'm saying? And even I ain't saying even if I get married that it won't be problems, but I'm willing to accept those problems because I know what comes with it when I push hard to fight for what I love, and what I believe in. You know what I mean? So
that's a part of the foundation.
I feel like you got to accept what's coming next. You don't have to accept the bullshit, right? But I know there will be problems that we can get through. You know what I mean? So I'm not just leaving because there are problems or there will be problems.
But the only problem that come down to it is the money thing, man. And really, it's this inflation in the world. But people take it so serious, like, oh man, he ain't got nothing going on. He ain't doing this. He ain't taking me on dates. That doesn't mean he don't want to. Man, it's hard out here. It's hard. Men gotta go through so much shit, just like women go through a lot of shit. But they don't understand men's mindset is if I'm not able to do this shit, it's over with. You know what I mean? When a woman feel like that, she like shit. I'm gonna go to the next nigga and do this shit. When men can't go just to the next woman and do that shit because that woman already has high ass standards. Right. You know what I mean? So might not even have standards.
Not even have it.
It's just a simple fact. Oh, you a man? You ain't got enough for me. Oh,
on to the next. Let me see if somebody can double this for me and pay pay for my regular lifestyle, but they don't think, what about a man lifestyle? Right. I gotta work hard. Yeah, but like I was saying, like motherfuckers gotta work hard to get what they gotta get. You know what I'm saying? Like just being a man. You know what I'm saying? But no, you were speaking on inflation, right?
Yeah, for sure. Because I mean, that does make everything it's expensive. Period, man.
Facts.
I'm in a situation now. I'm around a lot of old heads, man, and they can go back to be like, "Oh man, how much you buy your house for?" "Oh, $17,000." I'm what?
Like
you
what?
found a 4-bedroom in the 70s for $17,000?
Like man,
damn. Like I can't even buy a car for $5,000. Like
yeah, it get bad out here like that.
Every car's sitting at $100,000.
And that's why motherfuckers got to be patient with somebody. Like, you know, I feel like everybody wants something out of something so badly, and it's like, bruh, God didn't have that in store for you. You got to work for that shit. Like, and then, you know, the thing to me, people complain about doing the most basic shit in life. Like, you know how women be like, "Oh, I gotta cook, I gotta clean. If you want all this, you gotta pay." Like, why am I paying for shit that you do on an everyday basis? You know what I mean? Like, you giving yourself 100%, and then you want me to come here and take off 50% of your lifestyle. Like, that's not how it works. You know what I mean?
And that's the biggest thing too, man. When you think about the demographic of what men and women got to do, it wouldn't be a thing if a lot of women labored as much as a man had to. You know what I'm saying? Because the whole like vote on just getting men, like, for one, out the household on the black standpoint, or just getting paid more in the same jobs that men have, like, women been making more money than men for years now.
Big facts.
Years.
Big facts.
They CFOs half the time. You know what I'm saying? So it's like I can't say that we at the bottom of the totem pole. Obviously, yeah, it's a man's world, but that's when people say that man's world situation comes from the labor behind it. That means that we out here setting tar.
Real shit. Motherfuckers.
We over here building houses. And there's women that do that.
And but men started it, men been happen to do it, and they gonna always call who to get the job done?
Exactly.
A man. You know what I mean? So
you know what I'm
definitely
saying?
though. You know what I mean? What are your goals? What's your goals for this year when it comes to, you know, your music right now?
Man, just making sure that, you know, I'm coming with the right vibe, man. I don't. It's hard because there's so much that's saturated in, like you said earlier, it's real womanizing. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? So it's tough because the easiest thing, you know what I'm saying, if people could roll back to what Kanye said, man, this is, I can fuck your bitch and I can steal your wife. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, that's the biggest thing. That's what's selling. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, I get that sex sells, and I think the hardest thing for like a male R&B artist is finding that line on, do you want to be like sexual? Do you want to bring the sex appeal, or do you want to kind of bring a more conservative basis? So it's not necessarily an identity thing, right? But it's definitely on the image, on like how do you want this to be perceived, and
how do you want your music to be perceived?
Exactly.
How do you want it done? You want people to look at you like, oh, this man just talking like Trey Songz, or this man really singing about some shit. Like, you know what I mean?
I mean, honestly, all around, man. I wanna be able to tap into, like, you know, just like the vibrations. Honestly,
yeah. I would say touch base in all realms, man. Exactly. You know, even gospel. You know, even gospel. It'd be shocking to see it. You know what I'm saying, from you, but sure. I would love to hear something like that. Not like, you know, 100%. Like do it in your way, obviously. You know, but make that shit dope. I know you can do that shit. You know what I mean?
Definitely got to thank God on everything you're doing, man. That's,
and, you know, we got to get some music in ASAP. Man, you know what I'm saying? Like,
ready,
for real. I'm ready too. You did what I'm saying? Sure. Definitely though. And we also got to get in the gym, like we talked about. Because, you know, we've been talking about that too. For sure.
Yeah, you definitely started with the boxing thing. Look, I didn't came from the hooping background, so, you know, I'm just in there training. I'm just strength and speed half the time.
Yeah,
so,
and you got it though. So shit, you've been working out. You in the dough, man. That's what it's about for sure. You got any upcoming new music coming out, or any upcoming albums, or any releases, anything like that, or anything special in general?
We keeping it on the hush, man. We got to come with the whole, you know what I'm saying? Caboodle, you know. And I think that's the biggest thing that a lot of artists drop the ball on. You know what I'm saying?
They say too much.
They say too much. They drop too much. You know what I'm saying? They want to just throw things out that never get heard. Like, it really like comes down to like your photo shoots, your videos,
put the work in. You know what I mean? Put the work in.
Well, have the work ready. It's not even about
we gotta see it. You gotta put it out. You know what I mean?
Exactly. You know what I'm saying? If you know that you got like a month worth of content, that's when you want to drop
that shit.
You know what I'm saying?
And that was one of my downfalls when I first started, because I was making a lot of content but wasn't pushing nothing. You know
I mean, it's not pushing it though, man. Because like I got 30-40 songs with an individual, bro. But it just comes down to just making sure that, you know, you're working it right.
Right.
Because them 30, 40 songs never had to come out.
That's true.
You work your first 5 songs and that you got a buzz going. It's always
it's all about which one you want to push.
Right.
Which one you want to put out.
Which one the people want to put out.
Right,
you know
exactly.
what I'm saying? You got to attract the people. If the people really ain't giving you the feedback you need, that's your sign.
Facts. What do you think? What's the type of crowd you think people need to start looking into? I would say first, obviously, you get your white fans.
You got to
get your white fans,
especially in Minnesota.
Then get all the female fans you can, because females and white fans gonna be the ones buying
Definitely.
it.
Because even with my single now, man, it's like I don't get as much feedback as I do from the black community, unfortunately.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like you can hear the little hints of the Akons and the samples in between the song, but
for sure.
Only a few really know what that is. Other than that, if you just really out for a vibe, man, like the gay community's huge. Like you got the white community, you just got to be able to branch out.
You got to be able to branch out and work, motherfucker. Get your ass up, move them feet.
Got to.
You hear me? Move them feet.
Can't beat your feet, man.
Man, you want to give out any shout outs out there to anybody?
Man, shout out to everybody. Shout out to everybody that's doing their job, man. Shout out to everybody that's really holding it down. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to you, man, because you got the podcast going. It's a great foundation for a lot of people that's trying to just get their voice heard that felt like they didn't have one. You know what I'm saying?
That's my motto here, man.
So, you know, like it's big for those who want to just, get things going in the right direction. So.
And then just politic too. You know what I mean? You can get whatever shit off your chest. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like I said, right now I'm doing these as introductions for artists. Mm-hmm. Next time when you back on the air, it's gonna be 45 minutes to an hour of word conversation. So you know what I mean? I'm definitely trying to do that for show. And like I said, we definitely need to collage and make a dope bunch of music. You know what I'm saying? Whatever we got to do to make some magical music.
Get the EP rolling, man.
For sure. I'm all for it, man. Sure. Let everybody know where they can find your music and find you directly.
For sure, man. Hey, find me on iTunes, SoundCloud, YouTube, Tidal, Apple Music, Shaq Stylez with a Z, man. It's everywhere. You know
Every
what
fucking where,
man.
So
just check it out.
Y'all
man.
tap the fuck in, man. And like I said, shout out to everybody that's rocking with the channel, man. Links will be in the motherfucking description. Y'all know what to do. Like, share, follow, comment, all that good shit, man. Yes, tap the fuck in, man. Bro got some heat, so I'm finna run this back on repeat.
Do it.
You dig?
Let's do it.
Hey, sing that shit, folks. Huh?
Mommy shaking from left to right.